I'm Devorah Wallen, and I'd like to share my Tea for Two, my Torah thought, for 2 minutes more or less. This week's double portion, Behar, on the mountain, and Bechukosai, in my statutes you shall go, contain many commandments, blessings, and curses for the Jewish people. Though translated as on the mountain, literally it means in the mountain. No need to remind my audience of the precise language of the Torah. Thus, the deeper meaning in the mountain should mean that the Torah is not to be taken at surface value. In the mountain means we must internalize what we learn, taking in the Torah in the mountain. Additionally, this week was the holiday of Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the counting of the Omer, which commemorates the passing of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, a famed Talmudic and Kabbalistic sage. One of the key themes of Lag BaOmer is the concept of loving and respecting one's fellow human beings. This idea is rooted in the teachings of Rabbi Akiva, a Talmudic contemporary of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, who stated that the mitzvah to love your neighbor as yourself is a central tenet of the Torah. You may recall from the previous installments that the whole Omer period is a time of self-reflection and self-improvement. The Torah being given Behar on the mountain has become a topic of significant discussion by the commentators. The curiosity is that Mount Sinai, although a mountain, was considered small, yet the Torah is great. The Baal Shem Tov taught that true humility is not self-abasement, but rather recognizing one's strengths and abilities while acknowledging that they came from a higher source. By seeing that our talents and achievements are gifts from God, we can maintain a sense of humility, avoiding arrogance. The Talmud tells us that the Torah was given on a mountain to teach us that just as a mountain is solid and unchanging, so too the Torah must be steadfast, strong, and immutable. However, the choice of Mount Sinai, a small and lowly mountain, teaches us that true greatness is achieved through humility. As the Talmud states in Sota, Rav Yosef says, a person should always learn proper behavior from the wisdom of his Creator, as the Holy One, blessed be He, disregarded all the mountains and hills and rested His divine presence on the lowly Mount Sinai. And similarly, when appearing to Moses, he disregarded all the beautiful trees and rested His divine presence on the bush. Through humility, by recognizing the value of others and treating them with respect and humility, we can create a more harmonious and peaceful society. As we said before, in the Hasidic tradition, the term in the mountain is interpreted to mean that the laws and teachings of the Torah are not simply to be observed on the surface, but rather they must be internalized and integrated into the very depths of one's being. This idea is expressed by the Baal Shem Tov on the verses in our Parsha, which introduce the laws of Shabbos, the sabbatical year, and the Jubilee. The verse says, Behar Sinai, in the mountain of Sinai. The word in implies that the Torah was given not for our understanding, but that it should be within us. The word mountain also teaches that we should strive to elevate ourselves, to elevate the physical world, and bring the divine presence down to earth. Thus, the Hasidic interpretation of the phrase in the mountain suggests that the Torah is not a mere external set of rules and regulations, but rather it is a path to spiritual growth and transformation that must be internalized and integrated into one's life. The emphasis on the mountain also suggests that the process of internalization and elevation requires effort and striving as one climbs higher and higher toward greater spiritual heights. Let us bring together the ideas of believing in our greatness through humility, and let us be in the mountain, internalizing the Torah so that it permeates us.